This is your Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, November the 25th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and I apologize for the audio problems yesterday. Hopefully we've got those fixed. Now, the voice problems, that's the cold. Can't do much about that. Our Alpha Skycam network this morning has got a couple of very interesting shots. There's one from Demopolis as we look down the Tombigbee River, and that is certainly just a pretty sight as we see that the warm water steaming off into the colder atmosphere this morning. And then there's a beautiful sunrise shot from Mount Cheaha, highest point in the state of Alabama. And certainly just a gorgeous shot as we look off to the east over there as the sun is rising this morning. Sun rising on high pressure across the southeastern U.S. following the frontal passage that occurred on Friday. But we have another front that is headed our way, and that front likely to bring us some rain late Monday night and into Tuesday. In the upper atmosphere, we're dealing with a bit of a northwesterly flow pattern and some weak disturbances moving through that flow pattern. One of those weak disturbances is going to create or help to bring that front down our way and bring us some rain chances primarily on Tuesday. This morning, temperatures are some of the coolest that we've seen so far. You can see the readings primarily in the 20s across much of north and central Alabama. Alexander City, one of the warmer spots at 30 degrees, and certainly a chilly start to the day. So if you're headed out early for whatever, just keep a jacket handy. It's going to be a bit cool. We'll warm up somewhat today, but in the meantime, we're looking at how much rain will occur, and the GFS continues to back off on the amounts, and we're down now to a half inch or less. And I think that's probably right. The system continues to look pretty marginal. We'll do a little bit closer look at it severe weather-wise. Storm Prediction Center outlooking for day 2, that's tomorrow, Monday, a slight risk over northern Louisiana and parts of East Texas, and outlooking around that a general thunderstorm area. But on day 3, they've not outlooking any particular area, no organized severe thunderstorms forecast, and if there's any thunder, it looks like it'll be down along the Gulf Coast, and we'll take a look at why they're doing that. All right, the 06Z GFS model run this morning, and there's a couple of little short waves moving through the flow. This is Monday, the upper atmosphere forecast for Monday, and you can see there's one little short wave over the Great Lakes and one over South Dakota. And they're moving quickly through the flow, and you can see that it's pretty cold in there because of the 540 line coming all the way down into northern Missouri. But by the time we get to Tuesday, the trough has sharpened up just a little bit, but not quite as much as it was. And, of course, many of the models had negative tilt to it. Now we're not seeing that at all in the forecast, and so it's likely to bring a front through the area. But as you can see, the GFS is not forecasting much, and I think they've probably got a pretty good handle on it. If we take a look at it a little bit closer using the RPM model, CAPE values are just non-existent. The LIs certainly show a little bit, and you can see the lifted index values and why the Storm Prediction Center is out looking for day 2, Monday. You can see that. This is at midnight, Monday into Tuesday. And then by Tuesday at midday at 18Z, you can see that the LIs have backed off quite a bit. And then if we just look at the character of the precipitation, you can see this is at 12Z on Tuesday morning, and you can see that according to the RPM model, there's just not going to be a lot to it, and I think probably it's got a pretty good handle on it. The model's coming into pretty good agreement. There's the way it looks by 18Z, so it looks like, as we were saying yesterday, that everything should be clearing on out by afternoon. Not sure we'll see much in the way of sun, but we may see some peaks at the sun by afternoon. Moving on to Wednesday, we're under a slightly cooler flow, so once again, Wednesday going to be a cooler day. Highs probably only into the upper 50s or so. So not as cold as this last system by any means. By Thursday, we're seeing the development coming out of the Rockies of a shortwave trough. You can see that over Colorado. Now, right now, at this particular time, it's somewhat moisture-starved. By the time it gets over into the upper Mississippi River Valley, there's a little bit more moisture coming into the system, so a little bit more of a concern that we might see some precipitation with this on Saturday. But even now, it's still looking somewhat marginal. You can see that it moves on and weakens quite a bit as it moves over the Ohio River Valley, and the shortwave trough does anyway. And then, as you can see, there's not a great deal to it. So once again, this is on the edge of voodoo out there, so we're going to hold off on saying a whole lot in the way of rain chances at this moment. But by Sunday, that little shortwave trough has moved on. We're kind of coming under the edge of ridging, and I think the GFS has just gone off the deep end right here with painting a whole lot of precipitation. I just don't see that happening. Now, we also have out in voodoo country, we do have some changes going on. Remember yesterday it just wasn't looking all that cold, and I noted how it was an absence of extremes. Well, that's changed. Flip-flopping is something common we see out in voodoo country. This is the 5th of December, and we're still looking at a significant rain event, which of course we can use. We're coming into this current rain event on Tuesday with almost 2 weeks of no rain. But that looks like a significant cool down as well as a significant rain event. And then, whoa, look at this, another rain event as well as another significant cool down around the 9th. So GFS flipping and flopping here on the extremes, or at least what appear to be extremes. And, that's the way it is in voodoo country, and we may see it flip and flop again. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video. James Spann will be back with the next edition, and I think we're going to be returning to 2 a day starting on Monday after a holiday schedule. In the meantime, I hope that your Sunday is a good one, and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.